Welcome back to Hot Takes and Big Mistakes. We are here with juror number 5. Aaron, how do you feel?
They got my ass, y'all.
Oh no.
And why did they do that?
Because of J motherfucking P. That's why.
That green-headed bitch.
He did it.
Yeah.
He did it. And this is what I'll say, JP. I've been trying to get you out for weeks and weeks, rounds and rounds and rounds. I know you think I did not vote against you. I did. I've been trying to get you out and I couldn't get you. So you know what? Fair play. You fucking deserve it.
Listen, I love it. All is gonna be revealed here. You might as well just let it out, right?
I've been trying to get you out from probably the 3rd round.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Wow. Speaking of your game, I mean, just like watching you, I feel like you were very under the radar the majority of the game. But not only were you under the radar, you managed to balance this almost like being in power while keeping your cool.
Yes.
So, for example, you were in Greenhouse twice, I believe, right?
Well, I won it 3 times,
But
it was actually taken from me twice.
Right.
So I was only
Which
in it
is so
once.
nasty.
Yes.
And
So
you know what,
nasty.
Louie? We'll get to you in a minute.
You
But
cannot,
I'll have
no,
something to tell you too.
That's honestly that's so fierce of you to have to, first of all, like win those competitions, but then I think you were still able to kind of like I said, like balance that. So do you want to kind of walk us through like how was that dynamic in the house for you?
So I would say a big thing coming into this game for me, I knew a lot of these people kind of do this a lot. Like it's like a big hobby for them. I have only played one game for Taylor like 3 years ago, which was Survivor. And so I knew I was kind of be at a disadvantage, one, just experience-wise, and 2, never having played the game. So I knew I was going to have to come in and really rely on my social skills. I do, I think I have a pretty good, ability to make people feel safe with me, to trust me. I think I know how to give information when it's needed, but also withhold it when it's beneficial to me. And so I was relying very heavily on my social strategy for a long time until I started to kind of question some of the relationships I had built. Then I was like, okay, I need to start trying to win some challenges. Unfortunately, that green thumb was like hoeing me like over and over and over because I actually was supposed to be immune this week and Louis took it from me.
Yeah.
So I shouldn't even be here, but
And
it
you're
is
right.
what it is.
And you're right.
Yeah.
Something I was really interested in playing, it felt like you had a hand in a lot of different pods.
Yeah.
I heard about, a handful of groups you were in, including, there might have been one with Dylan, I can't remember.
Yeah. There were quite a few.
There was the Black Girl Magic Alliance I heard about.
Yes, which Kai, you blew that up, and I don't know what was going through your head, Miss Girl, but yes. I was in an alliance with Dylan and Courtney, and then Courtney and Kai. Me and Louie had solidified something early on that we weren't going to go after each other, and he really did stick to it. He even gave me a seed this round to try to protect me. It's just Mackenzie had 500 kabillion seeds, and so there was no way for me to combat that. I got 3 from Courtney, 1 from Louie. Like, people were trying to help me. She just had way more. But yeah, we were pretty solid. I was in good with Tay, but he left, and same with Cody. I had done my due diligence to try to stick my hands in as many diverse groups as I possibly could. I felt the most solid, of course, with Courtney. People were right, y'all clocked it. There was a duo there. But I was able to even convince them that was fake, and that's how I stayed last week. And Kai got Venus fly-trapped. So
That's incredible.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
I honestly, I just got, my back was kind of against the wall because they took my immunity this week.
Yep.
So.
And I'm curious just because just like a little question of my own. Will you be reviving the wig, the infamous wig that?
You know what? I was kind of
Miss
working
Blue
it. I
Bob?
think I probably should.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fierce,
Maybe that's my
fierce.
next look. Yeah.
And that's definitely a hot take out there. Well, it's a common known take that if we were to rank Bobs, Cody is clearly at the bottom. You are very much
much
Top
top of
Bob.
the list.
Thank you.
You are Miss Top Bob
Thank
2024.
Thank you. I would have given Mackenzie her props, but she started to turn her back on me.
Yes.
And
So you know what, that pink bob.
I'm not
you're
gonna
off.
compliment your pink bob now.
We just gave some hot takes, and that's a big part of the show. Hot takes, big mistakes.
Yes.
So we want to start asking you a couple questions, a couple of your hot takes
Okay.
about the game, and you can just feel free to be as fiery as you want with this.
Okay.
Don't hold back. The first one is, who's the biggest snake that's still in the game?
The biggest snake at this point, to me, is JP. and
Green head.
I have felt that way. I can't wait for, to watch the footage back. Probably week 3, 2 or 3. It was very early. I started to tell Dylan and Courtney, like, I don't trust him. When you share information with him, he doesn't share it back, but he always wants you to tell him things. I don't trust him. They were kind of trying to reassure me, like, no, he's like harmless, he's innocent. But I was like, guys, I think he's a little bit more like cushioned and in a good spot than I knew it. And I mean, look what's happening now. I just left Courtney all 10 of those seeds, but she's gonna need it to.
Which is
yes. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that.
Because we're looking at the Final Four is coming up. We're getting close, and in the Final Four, it's all about seed placements.
Yeah.
You essentially just gave Courtney a bazooka to
Right.
go in and play around.
Well, see, what I fear is that she's going to have to uproot herself in the next round, because even if she wins, Mackenzie now has a green thumb, she would likely take it from her. Because obviously her, Stephanie, and JP are working together.
Yeah.
I don't know why they were acting so surprised when I was saying it. I was like, you guys.
You said this is public.
Yeah, I was like, we're seeing it in real time. You gave them seeds, so stop. So I think she will have to uproot herself. The only good thing is that they now have none because they gave them all to him. So I think she might only have to play the 3 to get herself off. But I wanted her to be well cushioned. I like Dylan a lot, but I think he was being a little bit more with the wind. He was going to go wherever the majority was, which I respect that gameplay. I don't think it's going to get him very far. But you got to play how you think you need to play.
I love that.
I love that. And I want to know what's your, because we just talked about, who do you think the biggest snake is?
Mm-hmm.
Who do you think is maybe the best liar that's left in the game?
The best liar left? Gosh. It's definitely not you, Courtney. I love you, but you're a bad liar. I don't know. It's hard. I might give it to JP again. I think it goes hand in hand with being a snake. Like, you know how to maneuver conversations and lie. And he's someone, obviously, you got my ass too. I didn't want to work with you, but I was pretending to keep myself safe. You were probably doing the same thing to me. I just wasn't falling for it, and every chance I got, I tried to get you out. But yeah.
Love that. Who do you think is in the best position right now?
Mackenzie. Because she's someone who I also think was kind of flying under the radar for a little while, and she was able to collect like a lot of seeds, and nobody was really even questioning the fact that she had them. I think that her and Stephanie are in a good place, and now it was revealed to me, I was gonna split the seeds between Louis and Courtney, but Louis told me that he didn't want to strike on Mackenzie, and that reads to me that like you would rather me leave than her. And so I was like, well, then I'm not giving you anything. So then I gave them all to Courtney.
Period.
Yeah, that makes
Yeah.
sense.
If you're not going to be loyal to me, I want you to rock.
I was going to give him to him because he helped me, like, tried to help me. But I'm like, to me, if you're telling me I don't want to strike on Mackenzie yet, I was like, okay, but if you don't, then I leave. Like, that's the alternative. And he was willing to let that happen. So I'm like, well, then I'm willing for you to go home next.
That's a good play.
So she has him. She has Stephanie. Apparently she has JP. So I think she's in a pretty good spot.
That's a good read.
Yeah.
And now what I want to kind of pick your brain at is who do you think is going to take home the Greenhouse Season 7 crown?
That's tough. I can say who I don't think is going to take it home, and that's Stephanie. Girl. Unfortunately, I wish it was Courtney, but I don't think she's going to win, unfortunately. I think she's in a bad spot right now. To me, it's between Mackenzie and JP. That's the winner.
All right.
Yeah.
And we love to hear about winners, but we also love to hear about all these goddamn losers. Who do you think is going to be the next loser? Who's out next?
Who's out next? I think I've given Courtney the tools she needs to save herself, at least for one more round. So with that, it's going to be Dylan, in my opinion.
R.I.P.
Yeah?
R.I.P.
Yeah.
Sweet.
So just to wrap things up, because I wish that we could still see you out there. I really do. You played a phenomenal game.
Thank you.
But what I would love to hear, and I know the viewers also want to hear, what is your overall experience? Do you want to just kind of talk about maybe
of course.
your overall experience with Greenhouse?
So I had a great time playing. I'm proud of the game that I played. I think it was going really well. I think, if Louis hadn't made the move he made and took the immunity, I think I was in a really good spot until that particular move. So I'm really happy about what I did, especially coming I drove all the way here from New Orleans. That was like an 8 or 9 hour drive.
Love
I don't know
it,
any
love
of
it.
these people, and obviously there are just a couple of like pre-existing relationships that they're keeping to themselves, talking to you, Kai and JP. And so I truly came in here from scratch, not knowing anything. I learned how to play the game the day before. I think I've relied, again, a lot on my social skills. I think I was someone who people trusted, and a lot of times people would come to me with information that I didn't even have to ask, which I think that is a signal that you're in a pretty good spot. I think last round when I was pretty much guaranteed to go home, I talked myself out of that and was able to convince them to use the Venus flytrap on Kai, and she was the one that left. So I think I made some great moves. It's unfortunate. I would love to keep playing, but I'm pretty happy with how it went.
As you should.
Yeah.
As you should. You
Yeah.
really killed it. You really killed it.
Thanks.
You were so iconic. You were fun to watch, and it's
Yes.
especially fun to watch players who are not super loud and
Yeah.
out there
Yes.
thrive and do so well, because I feel like they either get caught for not playing
Yeah.
enough, like the quieter
Yeah.
people, and the loud ones get caught for playing too much.
Mhm.
You were able to like defeat that archetype
Right.
and build a little
Yeah.
lane for yourself.
Yeah.
So props to you.
Yeah.
You
Props
are
to you,
a
mama.
juror,
Thank
and you
you.
will be voting on the winner shortly.
Yes.
And we will see you next
Yes.
at the jury
Jury
roundtable.
And I promise I will remain objective, guys. I had a great time playing. No hard feelings. You got me. I will vote for who I think the best player was.
Good. We love a juror.
We will see y'all with juror number 6 shortly. See you
Hi,
next week.
Dylan.